And tonight, our top story comes in from Baltimore, where a 21-year-old salon owner was killed inside of her own shop. Court documents revealed that the victim, Destiny Harrison, was in fear of her life, and that on December 10th, Harrison filed charges against two people who lived near her salon after she caught them in the back of her business stealing merchandise. In a testimony, Harrison accused one of the victims of holding her down while the other one beat her. The two suspects then allegedly fled with $3,000 worth of hair bundles.
A go-getter. As you can see, she built this from the ground up. Somebody got to know something. Please come forward. You need to get these demonic souls here. They need to pay for their crime. There's no doubt about that. In the name of Jesus, there's no doubt.
After the death of Harrison, 36-year-old Carmen Rodriguez was found dead of a gunshot wound to the head Sunday evening inside of her food business, which was just 6 blocks away. The death of these two women raised Baltimore's homicide rate to 338, which is a new high per capita, creating new problems for Baltimore's new mayor, Jack Young, who responds to criticism by saying, "The level of violence in the city is unacceptable, and we all have to work together to address this." In Charlotte, hometown native DaBaby was arrested and his car was searched after a performance at the Bojangles Coliseum.
Here, nigga.
In this footage provided by Make Move TV, you can clearly see DaBaby being arrested.
Tell him again, baby. Yeah.
You can clearly see
Pigs.
DaBaby
He said so.
in his car.
A legal search and everything.
For $20,000 a year, bro. White supremacists on the overtime with them. Don't touch me,
Hey,
skinny
stop
head.
doing that. I'm not back up.
Jangles Arena around 11 last night. Police arrested him and ticketed him for possession of marijuana. Investigators later released him from custody, but in addition to the marijuana charge, DaBaby says CMPD also ticketed him for resisting arrest. We caught up with him outside the jail, and he says that never happened. In fact, he says his production team caught the whole exchange on camera.
So what we got is high quality audio and video of me doing everything but resisting arrest before they just brought me down here, and we will be airing it out.
Now, he also says that CMPD illegally searched his car while he was on stage last night. We'll, of course, reach out to CMPD later today to get a response from them.
Of course,
Brittany?
Still so many questions about all of this. It'll be interesting to see that video that he's talking about. Anthony, thank you.
And of course, New TV has that video as DaBaby performed on stage, lurking, unaware.
Look at the top. These motherfuckers are crazy. These motherfuckers are crazy. Did you find anything? Real talk. This. What's going on?
How y'all doing?
What's up, buddy?
I figured I'd let you ask him, man.
Well, ask him what?
You over here asking questions? You have a question?
I was asking you, was you breaking in the car? No?
No, not yet. Looks like
said
there might be some marijuana. Have you been smoking some marijuana in here, sir?
Nah.
Okay.
And now, as of this afternoon, the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department has launched an internal affairs investigation to determine if officers followed the law. In Minnesota, Gabriela Ramirez, 21, remains jailed Tuesday and awaits possible second-degree murder charges in connection with the death of Alejandra Cervantes, 28, of St. Paul. Police believe a dispute of some type had taken place, possibly between the deceased and another person. The incident occurred at 12:40 a.m. Monday when police and fire personnel located Cervantes in the road. She was declared dead at the scene. Investigators continue to gather evidence associated with the incident, including processing and examination of the scene and a vehicle believed to be associated with the case. Ramirez was taken to Regents Hospital and within a few hours booked into jail. In Maryland, U.S. Attorney Robert Orr brings formal federal charges against former Baltimore delegate Cheryl Glenn. Glenn was charged with federal honest service wire fraud and bribery. Glenn, who represented Baltimore City's District 45 for 12 years, resigned last week on December 18th.
I'm Robert Hur, United States Attorney for the District of Maryland. I'm here today to announce the unsealing of the federal charges filed against former Maryland State Delegate Cheryl Glenn of honest services wire fraud and bribery. As I said only a month ago, when announcing the indictment of former Baltimore City Mayor Catherine Pugh, there are many victims in public corruption cases like this one. Until last week, Ms. Glenn served as a delegate in the Maryland House of Delegates. She represented District 45, which covers portions of Baltimore City. According to the criminal information unsealed today, from at least March 4th, 2018 through February 11th, 2019, Ms. Glenn defrauded the citizens of Maryland of the right to her honest services by soliciting and accepting bribes in exchange for her official actions. Specifically, the information alleges that Ms. Glenn accepted $33,750 in bribes in exchange for, 1, voting in favor of a bill to increase the number of medical marijuana grower and processing licenses that were available to an out-of-state company, 2, promising to lead the effort to change the law in order to provide a preference for Maryland residency to in-state medical marijuana license applicants, 3, introducing legislation that decreased the number of years of experience required to be a medical director of an opioid maintenance therapy clinic, and 4, introducing legislation that created a Class B alcohol and liquor license in her own district. Ms. Glenn is scheduled for an initial appearance and arraignment in United States District Court in Baltimore before U.S. District Judge Catherine Blake on January 22nd, 2020 at 2:30 p.m.